Hello and happy Tuesday. I'm fully back from my week of travels about a week and a half ago now, so that means I'm back to making Tuesday Night Lights preview videos. We've got a full slate tonight of completely Southeastern Collegiate Rocket League show matches, so kind of returning to my roots a little bit with tonight's Tuesday Night Lights, but should be great show matches. A lot of hungry SEL teams looking to prove themselves, as well as my first partnership with the C3 Esports League, as our nightcap is East Carolina versus UNC Charlotte, which is a regular season match in the Carolina Collegiate Clash. My first matchup, though, is Montevallo versus FAU, two Tier 2 SEL squads, and Montevallo isn't playing with NK2 tonight, which is a hit to their mechanical prowess, but Kuno and Lego are as solid as they come, and Talisi is no stranger to subbing in for the Montevallo squad that he normally coaches. And against FAU, that's definitely a winnable matchup, because in the SEL, FAU has started off well, like a 2-0 start beating UAB and UNA, but in CCS, they haven't had as good a beginning. Losses to Wichita State and Temple are the causes of their 0-2 start. And all-time FAU, 1-1 in Nightlight show matches. Montevallo, though, 1-3. As many times as they've played on my stream, their record is not great. I think actually their one win is the Game 7 against Mount Aloysius that had 14 goals, maybe 15 goals, if memory serves. It's in my Tuesday Night Lights hype video, but regardless, just one win on Night Lights for both of these squads. So an interesting Southeastern opener to start us off. This next one, though, means a lot to me. It's been a minute since I've got to have a true Auburn Rocket League show match on any kind of Nightlight show match. And Auburn Orange, the B team, will be taking on Florida State, who is a top-side SEL Tier 2 squad, and I'd say the same about Auburn Orange as well. But Auburn's coming in. This is Hums, Nile, and Royals on Auburn Orange, who I think have a positive record against Navy, even though Navy's in Tier 1 of the SEL, so this is a solid Auburn Orange roster, and they're taking on a Florida State team that I know want to prove themselves, because everyone likes to talk about how after Fries, Luigi, and Trix left, Florida State Rocket League hasn't been the same, but I think these three can really change that narrative. Nate, Dialect, and Beach are the trio right now for the Seminoles, and they have some history to keep up with. 3-3 all time is this Florida State Rocket League team on Tuesday Night Lights or other Nightlight show matches, so they've played a lot on my stream and can get a nice little ACC versus SEC rivalry win over Auburn here if they take them down in a best-of-7 show match tonight. But in prime time, we have a massive bottom-ish of Tier 1 SEL matchup versus the top of Tier 2. It's Kennesaw State versus UT Dallas, and UTD's been struggling a little bit recently. I'm not sure what's happened with them up in Tier 1, but they have already losses to Bruton Parker, which, fair enough, it was an 0-3, but BPC is BPC, and a loss in 5 to their B team. UTD Green has a better record right now in Tier 1 than UT Dallas's A team, and they've had up and down results as well. I mean, they beat Oklahoma Christian in the CECC Southern Regional, and then they lost in the next round to Daytona State, who have looked good right now, but UTD is so up and down. I don't know how to view this team at all. I don't know if it's a mental thing or what's going on in their camp, but tonight's a big matchup for them against the Kennesaw State team that's playing with TNT now in place of Joel. TNT come down from the A team, which really only plays like high money yielding tournaments and big name tournaments, really, like CRL, like LANs and the DreamHack events they won last semester. But TNT is playing alongside Dylan and Shady, who have set up the B team for a lot of success, I think, this semester, especially with TNT competing. And that's no shade to Joel. He's a solid player, but TNT's on the A team for a reason. And I'm really excited to watch this roster play with him, because he brings so much experience, individual ability, and hopefully glue to utilize the high-flying ability of Shady alongside the cerebral game sense of Dylan, with the occasional pop-off mechanical play. I can't make it sound like Dylan's got no mechs, or he'll get mad at me on State of the SEL tonight, but this is a great matchup, and Kennesaw State were put in Tier 2 because of some scheduling conflicts, and this is their chance to prove why they should be in Tier 1 right now. And finally, the last series of the evening is a best of 5. Sleeper will be on the call with me for this one, and it's East Carolina versus UNC Charlotte. This is the first time I've partnered with the C3 Esports League, as this is a North and South Carolina esports conference that is open to solely those schools, and so obviously I had to cherry pick one of the best Carolinas matchups I could ask for, with UNCC taking on ECU. And ECU's been on my stream before. We saw what they were about when they kind of took it to Texas Tech last week on Tuesday Night Lights, and UNCC in CRL was just a couple of series away this past weekend from maybe making a top 8, and that's not the first time they've made deep runs in CRL, though they did lose to James Madison in the CCS Invitational on, let's see, that would have been Thursday nights, so just a couple of nights ago, and they turn around and make that deep run in CRL. So this UNCC roster, I don't know what to make of them when it comes to the very top of CRL, but I think against ECU they should be able to handle business here tonight. And real quick, I'm going to put my predictions up on the screen for these matchups tonight. I had that requested of me to start predicting the Tuesday Night Light matchups in this preview video. So I'll run it down in order. I'm taking FAU in 6 games. I'm taking Florida State in 7 games. I'm taking Kennesaw State in 5 games, and then UNCC in 4. As that is a best of 5 to round off the night. But that's all happening on twitch.tv/Mr. Bepic at 6 Eastern time for State of the SEL and 7 Eastern for Montevallo versus FAU. I'll get out of the way of the schedule here so you can at least see the first 2 happening at the top of the hour. So make sure you're there, make sure you follow, support Tuesday Night Lights, and support the SEL tomorrow, as it is a busy week for Collegiate Rocket League. I'll see you there.